Yavarum Kelin. My dear friends, joining from all parts of the world. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining us. Prayers for your good health, safety, and joy. Welcome to the webinar on ISRO geoportals, Bhuvan, Mosdak, and Vedas. Today is another amazing day where we all of us are here to share and know more about ISRO geoportals. You may ask questions during the webinar anytime using the chat window, and we will be answering during the end of the session. Thank you so much for joining us again. I am Vijaya Banu, Deputy Director Information Systems, and here we have our mentors, Sri Uma Maheshwaran Sir, Scientific Secretary ISRO. Sri Uma Maheshwaran Sir also leads the Technology and Innovation team of ISRO. Sir, thank you for joining us. Can you please deliver the inaugural address, please?
Good evening to on a very exciting day today. As far as Department of Space and ISRO is concerned, we had a very eventful day on last Friday or last Saturday, wherein we launched GSAT 49 with 10 satellites, and I'm extremely delighted to say that all satellites are functioning beautifully, all are okay. So it has been a very significant day for us after a long gap due to enforced by COVID. We have back to track, I would say, and very nicely it is being followed by this very important webinar on ISRO geoportals. Basically, the idea is to see that the people who are very much involved into the remote sensing activities should be aware of the potential that you have with the data and the applications that is available in ISRO. And as Vijay Banu had already told, when we talk about Bhuvan, Mosdak, Vedas, these are all things which are already available for the public to access. But maybe due to various reasons, I must say that probably the extent of usage has not that been encouraging. So maybe due to the way we present it, or maybe due to the way that we are connecting to you, it may not be adequate enough. So that precisely because of that, we had a very detailed internal discussions, and we decided that we need to upgrade the way we are communicating with the public, and through the social media also. So that is, and let us popularize the sites and make people aware of the wonderful capabilities that is available to you, which you can utilize for many of your specific requirements. So that is the basic objective, let me say, of this webinar. As you all know, today's Earth observation sector is looking at achieving a very high throughput and a very low latency in the delivery of the Earth observation products. So as you know, we already have 3 satellites on orbit as far as high throughput is concerned. So, and the amazing kind of data and the rate at which it is coming, one has to believe to see that. So there is a phenomenal change, let me say, in the Earth observation sector, where the user demand is for analysis ready products. So this is a change, a demand driven as against supply driven, which is the key word nowadays. So the current Indian Earth observation ecosystem, as you know, as far as ISRO is concerned, we have 10 satellites in orbit acquiring around 2 terabytes of data per day. Right from IRS-1A, 5 petabyte of optical and synthetic aperture radar data is archived through IRS satellites. The data from remote sensing, navigation, and meteorological satellites. They contribute to the big geospatial data sphere. With a robust and reliable data, dissemination mechanism, you get valuable insights can be unearthed and timely decisions can also be achieved utilizing this rich and very voluminous data. And also, if you talk about open data policies, open source solutions, geospatial analytics, deep learning, artificial intelligence augmentation, automation, navigation solutions, cloud computing, and Internet of Things, my God, we have so many major reforms and components in today's data analytic ecosystem. So let me invite all of you to join hands in leveraging this huge potential of this big geospatial data and these technologies in the India's journey towards Atmanirbhar Bharat. This is a dream of our Honorable Prime Minister, and he has been emphasizing this every other day. The geoportals are one of the prime component in the spatial data infrastructure, capable of searching, viewing, downloading, analyzing, ordering, and sharing the spatial data. These portals provide a quick means to disseminate the data sets to the user. The Bhuvan, the Vedas, the Mosaic, etc. are a few of ISRO's effort in this direction. And let me tell you, we are going to expand this very, very soon as part of the opening up of the space sector for the enabling the private industries and promoting these private industries to carry out your own space activities and the space-related Earth observation, communication, data dissemination mechanisms. Bhuvan provides, as you know, up to around 1 meter high resolution data imagery and a variety of thematic maps. Open data up to 24-meter resolution can be downloaded from Bhuvan. It is serving as e-governance platform by hosting applications of central ministries and state government departments. As of today, more than 25 ministries are supported with 174 applications for day-to-day planning, monitoring, and evaluation. Mosaic, on the other hand, is specialized in meteorological and oceanographic domain, providing 194 products from Kalpana 1, OceanSat, InSat 3A, 3D, 3DR, the Megatropics, SAREL, etc. for government departments and scientific community. Coming to Vedas, it serves as an advanced spatial analytics platform which provides or it has its products related to vegetation monitoring, renewable energy, forecast of urban growth, etc. Continuous efforts are being made with respect to the interoperable cutting-edge solutions, standards, system engineering, quality assurance process, etc. We have around 2.5 lakh registered users and 13 lakh downloads till date. Thanks to volunteers and government officials who have contributed 12 crore plus point of interest data through geotagging. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, how do we reach the unreached, people who are not connected so far? This webinar is a step towards realizing this goal. It is expected that each one of you play a leadership role in this mission towards creating awareness, enhancing the utilization of these products, and building collaborative and innovative solutions on top of these services. Now, let me talk to you about the opportunities which are plenty, as I said earlier, which are available through these geoportals. You can view and download satellite imagery, thematic maps, geophysical products, and carry out geospatial analysis. For example, you can check the health of the crops or compute the solar energy potential of your region. You can integrate web map services and APIs available in these portals in your applications. You can host your applications at Bhuvan Data Center and build your applications with us. Storytelling can be made more interesting by using ready-to-use products like fire alerts, water spread, and downloadable reports. There are many ways to contribute to, as around 350 research projects are executed till date. You may like to join the research community. You can contribute in translation of these geoportals in your own language. You may like to add more data. Example, geotagging using mobile application, 3D models, etc. You may educate young India and spread awareness about these geoportals. You may organize hackathons to promote these IRS products. I am extremely happy to note that as on now, almost 2,000 viewers or participants have already joined us, and I think the number is still increasing. To start with itself, this is a very good number, and that too from all parts of the world. I welcome you all for this webinar on geoportals with great pleasure. I wish the webinar a grand success and the participants and the speakers a great time ahead today and tomorrow, as I understand. Let's be together. Let us interact together. And may our minds comprehend together. Stay blessed with very good health and happiness. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for all those insights and all that encouragement. Thank you so much, sir. Friends, coming to the demonstrations, today we have Bhuvan, tomorrow Vedas, and day after tomorrow Mostat. Sri Arul Raj, Group Head, Bhuvan Geoportal Group, is with us from National Remote Sensing Center. May I request Sri Arul Raj to share with us about Bhuvan, please?
Sir, sorry to interrupt, Arul sir. Actually, you are on mute. I'll request you to unmute yourself.
Good evening, all. Thanks, Vijayvanu, for the introduction. And thank you very much, sir, Scientific Secretary ISRO, for giving a detailed introduction on Bhuvan.
Sir, we can hear you. You can keep on going, sir. We can hear you and we can see your screen. I'll take your screen in.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the introduction by Scientific Secretary and giving the detailed insight on the Bhuvan and how the user can get benefited. Okay, welcoming for this Bhuvan session. So I will be taking you to the entire applications and the various features what we are offering from Bhuvan for next 1 hour. And, a quick overview of Bhuvan. What is Bhuvan? So when we are talking about Bhuvan, Bhuvan means earth in Sanskrit, and it can be accessible from bhuvan.nrsc.gov.in. What it is offering to the user? It is allowing host of services covering various resolution data sets. The resolution may be multi-temporal data on basically a different time series data, what we are offering through Bhuvan, and the different resolution data sets. The data sets are organized in Bhuvan from 360 meter to 1 meter. It is available in the seamless way. So the second component in the Bhuvan is the free data download and having the detailed the resolution datasets on Bhuvan, we are also enabling the user to have a free download so that they can use it for various mapping exercise, and they can also bring out detailed analysis using the data in hand. And the thematic datasets, what we are hosting from Bhuvan, it is enabling the user to go for a total interoperable solution. So basically, the redundant effort and the duplicate effort can be avoided. So that is the way we can bring out a integrated geospatial information management using Bhuvan. The timely information on the disaster is the another feather on the Bhuvan, so which will be providing all the timely information data on your various natural disasters. And the main crux and the main component of the Bhuvan is the geo-governance application. Today, you can see that almost 183 applications are running from Bhuvan for various state and central ministries application, and mainly the majority of the flagship programs of the country are running on Bhuvan, and which will also helpful for the citizen for their livelihood, and also it is aiding the administrator for bringing out a various decision. The Bhuvan is having a multilingual support, and the user can see their content on the 3 Indian languages. And if anybody wants to contribute and make the Bhuvan into their native language, we have a multilingual platform in Bhuvan, so they can log in and they can translate the content. So that is the way the crowdsourcing is also enabled towards enabling the multilingual. And if you look into the entire development of Bhuvan, it is completely developed using open source solution. And this will be of more interest for the academics and the student community, where they can use the open source solution like OpenLayer, MapServer, GeoServer, and Postgres, PostGIS, GDAL, or OGR library to bring out the various geospatial application, or they can take Bhuvan APIs and develop their own application. And here, if you see that all the data sets starting from the visualization or the interoperable thematic data sets, or hosting the data, or building various application, everything is compliant with the Open Geospatial Consortium services. So that is the way we are ensuring the interoperability from Bhuvan. Today, if you see the total Bhuvan, we have 60 terabyte of data of various resolution, like the 360 meter and 56 meter, 23 meter, 5.8 meter, 2.5 meter, and 1 meter. These resolution datasets are seamlessly organized for the entire country. And we have recent 2018 and 2019 data for the country, and it can be seen in Bhuvan. And now the second component in the Bhuvan is the various data sets download. The coarser than 23 meter data of 2-year-old data is available for free download, and people can log into Bhuvan and they can download it from Bhuvan. So if you see the total application which is coming out from Bhuvan for your various governance activities, we have today 183 application, and many of these applications are supported by 2 component. One is the web-based application, another one is the mobile-based application. Mobile-based application is also again further augmented with the various field data collection mechanism, where today we are having 70 mobile application, active mobile application, which has contributed almost like 90 million point of interest data on Bhuvan, whether it is from a public crowdsourcing or the controlled crowdsourcing from the user department. And we have one important program from ISRO that is called the National Information System for Climate and Environment Studies, where 65 the geophysical products are generated, and those products are available through Bhuvan for free download. And we are running all these Bhuvan data sets from the 100 servers of 300 terabyte of storage from the 10 different nodes. And we have a mechanism to enhance this particular thing so that the entire country will be covered into the state level, so that the user will have a better user experience. Today, if you see that we are getting almost like 11 million hits on Bhuvan, and we have the unique IPs for the month, 10 lakh unique IPs we are getting onto Bhuvan. So the Bhuvan can be accessible from bhuvan.nrc.gov.in. So this is our URL. I'll be taking you to the live demo of Bhuvan, whatever I have spoke out, and I will show you the live demo, and you can keep watching this particular space. So when you are accessing bhuvan.nrsc.gov.in, you will be landing to this page. This is our Bhuvan quick link page. As I was explaining that it is having 5 major components. The first one is the visualization and free download, where we are creating our 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional Bhuvan in a simple web browser. So meaning the virtual earth is created in the 2-dimensional and 3-dimensional mode using a simple web browser. You will be in a position to access it. And the open data archive, which will be providing the free download from Bhuvan, and it is also supported by having the 60+ climate and environment variables. And the next session is the maps and OGC services, where you can get the interoperable the Open Geospatial Consortium web services from our Bhuvan thematic datasets, where 12+ different themes are available, which will be useful for the people for easy consumption and taking up various value-added services and governance activities. And the another important application is the disaster management support services. 6 natural disasters are being supported from this particular DMS application what we are having from Bhuvan. The create map and GIS, that is one of the unique thing what we have offered through Bhuvan, the textual information, because many of you may be having the Excel sheet or the text data in your local desktop or in your local system. Using the Bhuvan, you will be in a position to convert the textual data to a different administrative unit-based information, like a state-based map, district-based maps. You can create it and you can finally download it as a PDF map that can be used as a record for various your activities. And the another very important component is the application-specific Bhuvan application-specific datasets. If you see that we have a G-governance dashboard, and you can see that the different application sectors here: agriculture, forestry, G-governance, water, tourism, urban, and rural. If you take any sector, you can see that a wide variety of application. All these things are collated in the G-governance dashboard. You can name it any theme, and you can go and see the various application, which will be of more interest for the research community when they are looking for a particular theme. And all the data sets, whatever we have hosted on Bhuvan, it is having the seamlessness for the entire country. The entire country data sets are organized here. What we have done is to narrow down or to go for a specific use case for the different state. We have brought out a state-specific portals. All the data sets corresponding to that particular state is organized, and it has been put up in Bhuvan, so that they can click any of the state, or they can select from this particular drop-down, and they can go and watch the different application what we have developed for the particular state. Then we have a download section where you can see that a lot of handbooks and the mobile applications are hosted here. People can download this handbook, and they can get a detailed insight of the various visualization capability. And if you want to become a developer and you want to do the development, all these details are present in these handbooks, and one can see it. So these are all the 5 different sections. One is the visualization and free download. Second is the maps and OGC services. There is a third is the applications sector based, the G-governance application. Then the fourth is the state portal, and the fifth is the download. So we will be taking you to your various features from here. You are clicking this Bhuvan 2D, so you will be getting it to a Bhuvan 2-dimensional viewer like this. You can go to the any part of the country. Like for example, I am taking you to the Delhi region. As soon as you increase the zoom level, you will be seeing that more and more detailed information is coming out as a map. You would have seen the golden quality, then the national highway, then the state highway, then the district road. Then you can see that small footpath or car track or the Avani road in the city. You can see that, and a lot of point of interest data sets are also getting populated, and you are able to see all these details in the Bhuvan. And this is a simple 2-dimensional viewer. If you are interested to see the same area in the satellite domain, you have an option called satellite. You can click here, and you will be immediately getting into a satellite view, and you will be seeing the satellite data. So here you can see the different feature and how it is looking in the satellite view. You will be able to see it. Now, suppose here you can see that various point of interest data, which is annotated with the different names, and it is available. If you want to know that what is here in this particular place, you can click this what is here option. So it will immediately pick up that it is Purana Quilla Road area, New Delhi, and what is the point of interest in that particular place. All these details will be put up here. Now, if you want to know that you want to get into some kind of the details, like you want to find out which is the nearby hospitals, like the health and wellness region, with within 1 kilometer radius, if you want to know it, you can get the nearby places as a proximity analysis, and you will be able to get the detail from this particular viewer. And then suppose you want to see that there is a Rajpath road is there. You want to bring out you want to add the photograph, or you want to bring out a three-dimensional or 360-degree video of this particular area. You can take that. There is some option called add panorama. There is an option to called add photos. Using this option, the users are allowed to add more and more data onto Bhuvan, so that they can enrich Bhuvan apart from the basic visualization from Bhuvan. So now, providing this high resolution data sets, the users are also able to create different maps and different data sets on Bhuvan. What you can do is you have your option under the tool section. If you see that, whatever the right click I was showing, similar kind of tools, you can see that if you go to the tool, you can see that add photos and PY, add panorama, add layer, and a draw tool. For example, I want to enable this particular draw tool. So you can take a line, polygon, and point related information. If I take a polygon, so this is the polygon symbol, you can just draw this particular feature. Now I am just drawing the circle over it, and you can close this drawing. And once you have completed this drawing, you will be able to download this particular drawing, whatever you are making, as a shapefile. And people who is working in the geospatial domain, they know that what is this shapefile. It is a vector, one of the vector format, and using this format, you can take this data and you can take it for various analysis. Like when I am doing the land use land cover mapping, I have to delineate all the feature, and finally I can download it as a different land use classes, and I can take it for a different mapping activity. So that is the way this draw tool will enable you to mark out the different feature, and it will allow you to download those data sets as a shapefile, which can be used further for various decision making process. In this, as a normal user, I just want to know measure the distance between these 2 points. You can take a line, and you can find out it is 403 meter away from each other. So like that you can get it. Or I am new to this area. I want to find out the route between 2 different locations. Like for example, I just want to navigate from Chennai to Delhi by road. I want to go, and want to take out the best route using the time or distance. I can select the start point and the end point, and then I can get a route. It will compute the route between these 2 places, and it will give you the best route based on the time. And everything will be available as a turn right, turn left, and all the direction also will be available. If you want to have the same thing in the distance based, you can have a distance based computation also, and it will be also available. So these things you can convert it as a printout, and you can have it, and it can be put up. In the same thing is available in the mobile application also. You will be able to navigate using our mobile application from one location to the another location. So these are all some of the feature what you are able to see it in the Bhuvan. And when you are going to any part of the country, it is not only the one-time data what it is put up in Bhuvan. You are also seeing the time series data. Like any place you go, and you will be able to see it. For example, I just take you to the Mumbai region. You can run, you can search, and you can go to the Mumbai thing. Like for example, for we can go to the Mumbai airport, how it is looking like in the 5 years before or 10 years before, and what is the current situation. You will be able to appreciate it here. You can see that there is one calendar symbol here. Once you invoke this particular symbol, you can see that the different time series data sets of that particular area is loaded in this place. Now, if you are seeing the same area in 2014, you can see that this construction was going on, and this part of the thing you will be able to very clearly see that how it is looking like. In the same area in 2017, if you see that how it is looking, and if you increase the zoom level, you can get the more and more detail. So like that, you can go to the any part of the country, you can see the detail. Like for example, I just randomly going somewhere here, you can see the different kind of data sets are getting populated, like 1979, 2009, 2010, 11, 12, 13, like that. You will be able to see the various time data, and as soon as you increase the zoom, the scale based rendering is in place. You are able to see the different time frame data. Like now I am switching on the 2018 data, and how it is looking like, you will be able to appreciate our time series data what we are providing. So this will be very much helpful when you monitor certain area over the period, what is the changes in that particular area. So that can be monitored using this time series data what we are providing through Bhuvan. So like this, we can keep explore it, and we have a lot more feature in this Bhuvan 2D. Now, when you are looking the same area, so okay, I just want to switch over to the Bhuvan 3D. How the Bhuvan 3D will be looking like? You can see that this is the Bhuvan 3-dimensional view. You can see that the Bhuvan 3D is loaded here, and one thing here is the Bhuvan 3D is not a plugin based, or you no need to have any extra software to do the application. It is a simple browser based application. You can open the URL and you will be able to see the Bhuvan 3-dimensional view, and you can spin around this particular area. And here, one important thing is we have also provided the facility the user upload the different 3-dimensional model. They can create the model and they can upload to the Bhuvan, so that the 3D city models can be created using the Bhuvan. And here, like in the Bhuvan 2D, how we are creating a line and getting a measurement of the linear length or the area. Here we have an option called a terrain profile. So the user can take the terrain profile and they can draw a line on the Bhuvan 3D domain, and they can define an interval. And once you give the show terrain profile, the profile will be generated and it will be available. And the same profile can be downloaded as a text file. So since we are in the flat terrain, you are able to see the terrain in the almost like a linear feature. But if you go to the hilly terrain and if you get it, you will really appreciate the terrain, how it is looking like. So this is the another dimension what we are offering through Bhuvan. So that's the way the visualization is enabling the seamless visualization of the various resolution data, which can be overlaid with the different administrative boundary or the infrastructure layer or the thematic data sets. One can overlay and they can have the very interesting insight of the terrain using our Bhuvan 2D and 3D. The another application what we are providing through Bhuvan is the Open Data Archive. As a name indicates, the data sets, whatever is organized here, is open in nature. So meaning all the data sets are available for free download. You can bring out your various value-added products using this data what we are having in Bhuvan. You can just cite it that from where you have downloaded the data, and you can use it for the various research and activity and the development activity. Here you can see that the entire Bhuvan NRSC Open Your Data Archive is made it into a 3 different category or group. One is the satellite or sensor based, the people who is very familiar about the satellite name and sensor. The second is the theme or product specific. Third is the different projects or program basic thing. For example, the satellite data, if you see that, you are very familiar with that RisoSat 1 and RisoSat 2, Cartosat 1, like that we know the satellite or sensor name. Now, as a sensor name, if I want to download the 56 meter data, know that it is offered by the AWIFS sensor. You can select the AWIFS option. As soon as the selection is done, you will be able to see the grid in the right hand side, the selection window. Here, the grid is nothing but the data, whatever the data is available, it is represented by the grid form. If the grid is available, the data is available. That way the user can understand that the grid feature here. The grids are here, you can see that it is a 1 degree by 1 degree grid. So it is approximately 110 kilometer by 110 kilometer grid in that map view. You can see that the selection of the grid is based on 4 different options. You can put a bounding box. Once you know the area, like what is the lower left, what is the upper right, you can select the thing and you can enter the area and you can get the selection. Or if you are knowing the Open Series map number, you can enter the number and you can go for a selection. For example, I want to draw a AOI, the area of interest. I want to download a data of my study area. What you can do, you can take the interactive drawing, you start draw the area. Suppose I just want to download some data from this Kutch and this area, Gujarat area. Once you select that area, all the selected tiles will be highlighted with the red color. Now you can see that there will be an option called next. Once you click next, you will see that all the data sets whichever is available on that selection, everything is listed out in this big table. And before downloading the data, the users are allowed to have a quick view from the as a thumbnail view. Here you can see that once that particular tile is selected, okay, this is the way the data will be looking like. This is the false color composite, how the data sets are looking when you are downloading and changing the band combination, how it will be looking like. Here you can see that. And the same thing as a view, I want to see the metadata of that particular area, particular tile. You can see that what is the name of the data sets, who is the contact person for this data, and what is the accuracy of the data, when it is generated, what is the intended use. All the details are put up in this particular metadata. One can see the metadata also. Once you click it, it will ask you for login. And here, the very important thing is, whatever the login you are creating in Bhuvan, you are asked to create the Bhuvan. It is a free login. There is it will be instantaneously, the login will be created. For that, you have to enter your active email ID. So once you enter the username and the active email ID, you will be in a position to have a link in your active email ID where you have to click and you have to create your account and you have to activate your account. Once the account is activated, you can be allowed to download the data. So it is an instantaneous process. There is no administrator in this place, or there is no paid service. It is a free service. One can log in and they can download the data. Now, like this, if you want to download the digital elevation model of 30-meter resolution, the data sets or the 30-meter posting data sets are put up on Bhuvan. If you want to download the digital elevation model data from Bhuvan, you can go to the Cartosat 1. So once you select the Cartosat 1, you can see that on a different time frame, we have brought out a different digital elevation model data. On the time progresses, a lot of improvements have been brought out, and all those data sets are available here. Here also, you can see that the grids are available. You can select the grid based on the same kind of mechanism. This time, what I will do is, I want to download some data sets based on the topo sheet number. You can see that once the topo sheet is selected, entered, it is showing that what all the different products are available. You can view that particular area, and this is the way the digital elevation model will be looking like. You can see that the depth portion, or the you can see the river portion with the thing, and the height will be represented by the white in color. So that is the way the ranges will be black to white, the grayscale will be put up, and the height will be represented in this one. You can download this particular data. You can bring out your various cut and fill analysis, or you want to create some kind of virtual walkthrough or the terrain, you can create using this digital elevation model. In the same way, if I select the theme, you will be able to see the different options like land and terrain related products, ocean related product, vegetation related product. Like that, you can select any particular thing. Like for example, in the land and the terrain, you can see that the same the digital elevation model and the albedo, the snow albedo, these kind of different products are available. Like in the same way, if I go to the ocean physical, you can see that daily ocean heat content and the ocean mean temperature data, OMT, and the ocean heat content of different layers. These data sets are put up here. And these kind of things, you can select the particular theme and you can download the data. For example, under the vegetation, if I go, very famous, the normalized difference vegetation index, the people able to select it from here. You can select that the different data sets which is hosted on Bhuvan. You can see that the last data uploaded onto Bhuvan is the June 2020 data. You will be, once you click it, you will get the NDVI images of this particular area, and you can also see the time series view. Here we have provided the slider. Using this one, you can see that on each and every fortnight, how the NDVI is varying. You will be able to see it. If you are going little increasing your zoom level, you can also do the pixel level and changes, how within a pixel how the changes are happening. You will be able to get it. If you want to overlay in any other year, like right now I am seeing the June data. If you want to see the February, how this particular area is there, you can overlay the February data, and you will be able to swipe and see that in the pixel wise changes in that particular viewer. So this is the way we are offering the data, the time series data for your overlay, and you can do the times the slider based analysis, or you can do a swiping and you can see the various time frame data on Bhuvan. And the next one is the program based thing. As I was mentioning in the initial slide, we have a national information system for climate and environment studies where 65 plus geophysical products are generated, and it is hosted on Bhuvan, and that is grouped as a ocean sciences, terrestrial sciences, atmospheric and climate sciences, and cryospheric product. For example, if I take atmospheric and climate sciences, you can see that the cloud fraction and cloud cover, which is coming from our INSAT 3D data and Kalpana data, and the derived tropospheric ocean. Like that, you have a variety of information on Bhuvan, And once you select it, you can see that 16 October 2020 data is available. You can see that how that cloud fraction data is there, and you will also be able to see the animated view of this particular area. These data sets can be downloaded, and one is the animated data, another one is the textual information, which will be directly useful for the modeler for taking in this data to the various model making process and further scientific studies. So this is one such example what we are showing from our National Information System for Climate Studies. And in the similar way, you will be able to see the various thematic data sets which is generated under our various national programs. Once you go to the thematic services, you have a variety of options, like you can search based on the theme, you can get the statistics, you can do the analysis, a lot of the metadata is available, and all the data sets hosted in this Bhuvan thematic services can be consumed as a Open Geospatial Consortium web services can be taken from here. So these are all the different features which is offered through the Bhuvan thematic services. For example, I will take land use land cover. We will start with 2005-6, how it is looking like. You can select any particular area, like for example, I am taking Karnataka land use land cover of 2005-6, how it is looking. So this is the way the data is looking in this particular area. If you are going for statistics, what it will do is, for this particular area, what is the different classes and how the classes are distributed, it will be available as a simple pie chart here. If you are interested in any particular district, you will be able to see it. Like for example, I am taking the Hasan district. The Hasan district is the total geographical area is 6,814 square kilometer, and how the ranges, and so it is occupied mostly by 33% of the agriculture area. So that is the way the people can infer the different detail from this graphical view. Now you want to identify any particular area of interest, and you want to know the statistics of that particular area. What you can do is you can draw your own area of interest or AOI map. Now what I am doing is I am drawing one small AOI here. Once I draw the AOI, then you will be able to get within that area of interest. Okay, right now I have selected 3 square kilometer area. Within that 3 square kilometer area, you are able to see 8% is from stream or canal and river. The 7% is the rural area, and the remaining 3 square kilometer or 84% is from the agriculture area. So like that, you can take the data and you can analyze on the fly, and you will be able to get the detail. So you will be able to do the same thing for 2015-16 also, and you can have a trend analysis from 2005-6 to 2015-16, how it is varying. So now like that, you are able to see the wasteland data, you are able to see the land degradation data, then you have the geomorphology, you have lineament, you have a different flood and the hazard related detail. So like that, all these themes are organized here. Here you can see that the scale of information is varying from 1 in 250,000 scale to 1 in 10,000 scale. The data sets are organized here, and you are able to get it. Like for example, 1 in 10,000 scale, how it will be looking like. So when you are looking for when you are looking the data of 250,000 scale, so that will be like more on the regional and the country level thing, you will be able to see it. When you are seeing the 50,000 data, it will be like more on seeing the data of the state level. Now when I am going to the 10,000, you will be able to see the data into a city level. Now I have selected National Urban Information System. Under the National Urban Information System, you can see that the different cities are mapped and the data sets are organized here. Now I am selecting the Haryana Panipat region. Here you can see that once you select that particular area, the detailed maps are getting loaded here. You are seeing the various point of interest data, like the Syndicate Bank, Sanjay Chowk, and ICICI Bank, Swastik Wooden Mall, like that is put up. And here you can see that this is the large scale map which has been created under this scheme, and the data sets are plotted here, and you are able to see it. If you want to close this left panel, you can close the left panel, and you will be able to see the detailed map in this full view. So this is the another offering what we are providing, the 250,000 scale data to the 10,000 scale. The data is available for visualization. Now, when you want to download some data, here you can see that right now I am taking the 250,000 scale as the example. Here you can see that the various time frame data sets are put up, 2005-6 to 2018-19, the data sets are available. Here you can see that they're also offering on a seasonal base, like the Rabi crop area and the Kharif crop area. You are also able to see the annual data from this particular portal. So what I will do is I am taking the annual data. Now, when you are viewing this one, how the annual data of the land use land cover 250K is looking like. Here, the agriculture people or the decision-making authorities, they will be able to see that what is the area which is covered under the Kharif and Rabi and Sayed or double or triple crop, because this particular map is created by keeping the net zone area is in as a program or as a project specific team, and these data sets are created. You will be able to see all these detail. Now, here you can see that there is one option called get data. Now, what you can do is you can click this get data. As soon as it is you are clicking this get data, you are asked to log into this particular portal. So you will be able to see that as long as you are viewing the data or viewing the thumbnail or viewing the metadata, there is no login. There is nothing to sign in into this particular portal. But when you want to upload the data, like you want to upload the photographs or the panoramic video and other thing, you have to have a login. And when you want to download the data, you have to have a login, whether it is from NRSC Open Your Data Archive or Bhuvan Thematic Services, you have to have a login. Now, for example, it is when you are clicking that data download, it is asking you to submit a login. So once I click login, so you can see that it will be asking you to enter your login detail. So what I am doing is I am entering my login here. Once I logged in successfully, it will say it will allow you to download these data sets into your account. Now you can see that once you click it, it is saying that you can submit your request based on the selection of the year. So I want to select 2018-19 and I want to take 2016-17 also. You hear the detail help is there. You can select the multiple years using the shift or control key. You can select it. 2016-17 and 2018-19 is selected. I want to download this particular data for the research studies, and I want to download for the entire state so that it will be useful for my state level planning. So this time what I am doing, I'm taking the Tripura as the example. As soon as you select the Tripura, you can see that the Tripura will be highlighted here. Suppose you want to download the data of Punjab. Once you click Punjab, you can see that the Punjab region will be highlighted. You can see that the Punjab area of interest is put up. Now, you can see that there is a submit request option. You can click the submit request option. Once the data is submitted, you can see that the unique ID will be created. So my ID is 17,909. Once this ID is created, you can take this MOU and you can fill your detail and you can share it to Bhuvan. Then this is also a immediate process. Immediately you will be able to get the FTP download. You will get a mail that the data is available in so and so FTP, and you can log into your FTP and you can download the data. So this is the way we are allowing the people to visualize the various thematic data sets on a different scale, and also we are allowing the user to do some kind of on-the-fly analysis. Like for example, I want to see that what is the wasteland available in that in my particular district or in my area, and then I want to plan it for some kind of further activity. Like for example, if you see that wasteland 2008-9 I have taken, the Karnataka is taken as the example. Immediately all the wasteland classes are available for visualization. Here you can see that we have provided something called the analysis tool, and in that analysis tool you have an option, the query shell. Once the query shell is selected, you will be able to see that, okay, what are all the different classes are available in that particular area, and you can select it. Like for example, I'm more interested on the degraded forest in the entire Karnataka state. You can add to this query shell, and once you execute the query shell, all the data sets of degraded forest area will be highlighted with the selection, and this can be put up. So this is one such thing. The people will be able to get it as a selection mechanism. So this is the thematic service what we are offering through Bhuvan. Then the next thing is the different disaster specific services from Bhuvan. You can see that this is our disaster management support service dashboard. Here you can see that the flood specific data, cyclone, landslide, earthquake, forest fire, and drought. These 6 natural disaster related informations are organized. It is disseminated in a near real time mode to the user. I will show you some of the recent examples and you can really appreciate on this particular thing. When you're going to the flood, you can see that the near real time flood modeling, if you click it, you can see that the recent flood, whatever has been, or the recent heavy rainfall which is happened in the Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, and some part of the Chennai or the Tamil Nadu region, all these data sets it will be available for a visualization. For example, you see that Andhra Pradesh 2020 last data it is updated is 22nd October 2020, and once you click it, you will be able to see that on that particular area, so, on the particular time frame, which are all the area which is inundated is given by the cyan color. The cyan color you are able to see it. And along with that one, you are also able to see that what the village boundary, and along with that one, the village names are also put up, so that that particular area is inundated or not, we will be able to see it. So this is one such kind of visualization what we have provided through Bhuvan. You can see that that in the recently there was a heavy rainfall in Hyderabad city, and a lot of the several areas are got inundated, and there was a serious problem in the municipal administration. Here you can see that what we have done is we have brought out each and every area. The detailed maps have been brought out, and the areas under inundation are mapped, and it is provided as a easy to understand a quick template. It has been provided, and it is also shared with the administrator for decision making. At the same time, what we have done is we have also brought out a low-lying area map, and here you can see that low-lying area map of the Hyderabad city is brought out here. So it will give you the clear picture that along the drain or nearby the low-lying area, or in the nearby the lakes, which are all the areas, or which are all the colonies which will be likely possible to get inundated. Those information is put up in Bhuvan, so which was very much helpful for the planners to take it for action. These are all some of the examples what we have done it in a recent time frame. I'm just highlighting here. Another the current thing, we know that the Haryana, Punjab, and Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, these areas are right now going for this because of the stubble burning or the agriculture, the residue burning. Many of the areas are the smoke and other related problems are there. So our primary aim, our primary action is for the forest fire, detecting the forest fire and providing the active fire pixel within the 20 minute of the satellite pass. The derivative we have also provided as a agriculture fire related thing, that also we are disseminating through Bhuvan. So now you can see that I will just take you to the forest fire. Once you are clicking the forest fire, you can see that as soon as the satellite pass is over, you are giving an option to see the data. Like for example, the mode is based, the fire alert has been provided here. Here you can see that one particular pixel is detected here. In the same, here you can see that some more pixels are getting added here. This is the 1231 pixel. So this will also give you a duration of the fire also. You can see that between the two passes, whether the fire pixel is same or it is different. And here what we are offering is we are also offering a download facility to the user. So whatever the data sets you are selecting, you will be in a position to download that one as a XY location. It will be downloading, and the same XY location you will be able to see it as in a spreadsheet now. So this is one way of disseminating the data, but there is a subscribers, or there are subscribers for this particular forest fire alert. 6 states we are disseminating this forest fire as a simple SMS to the beat level officer who is responsible for taking out that particular activity in that particular particular beat. And the same way what we are doing for the entire country level, we are sharing this information to the Forest Survey of India. So this is the way we are giving the near real time the information on the forest fire on the entire country. And now if you go to the cyclone, the recent Amphan cyclone affected area, and what are all the different kind of map sets we have generated, and those data sets are also put up as a simple PDF so that people can really understand. So people who is not ready to spend much time on the internet, they can go and they can see the different products what we have created, and it is the put up. This is the one of the value-added product what we have provided in the Bhuvan. You can see that it is a jute crop affected due to the heavy rain caused by the cyclone Amphan in the West Bengal state. So those kind of details are also put up, and it is available in Bhuvan, so that the different research community or the administrator, they can take the data and they can see all the detail. And then during the cyclone time, we will be also active in providing the cyclone track. And the cyclone track, along the track, we are also providing the different impact zone, like the 25 kilometer, 50 kilometer, and 100 kilometer. The impact zone data sets are also created, and those data sets are also made available through Bhuvan. And another interesting example I want to show it is that during the Hudhud cyclone, what we have done is we have invited, like as our scientific secretary was mentioning, that we have invited a lot of digital volunteers for the crowdsourcing. The people have participated using the quick mobile survey and the crowdsourced information they have taken, and they have mapped many of the damages, whatever has occurred in that particular area. Then once they upload the photograph and what is the place name and what is the, like here you can see that the Kacha road is fully damaged and it is a house damage in this particular area. Like that, they have reported from the ground. Almost like 25,000 points are reported from the ground. And these data sets, what we have done is we have made a system, intelligent system on Bhuvan. And suppose if it is a crop related, damage related detail, it will be going to your agriculture team. And if it is a road related damage, it will be going to the PWD team. If it is the electricity related things, it will be going to the electricity department. Like that, we have categorized all those information so that as soon as the feed comes, the same data is given back to the administrators for taking a various decision-making process. Like that, we are having the earthquake-related information, the historical earthquake-related data sets are available here, and we have also a lot of landslide inventory based detail. And another one of the important modeling activity, what is happening here, the landslide early warning. We have the pilgrimage routes, which is already mapped for the different landslide hazard zones are mapped. For example, Rishikesh, Badrinath, Chamoli, Okimath. Like that, each and every sector is already mapped. And we have a model. The model will be running based on the it is basically a rainfall triggered landslide. Based on the rainfall, the model will create that output, and it will also give you the alert whether that particular area is in advisory or watch or warn, so that the people can better plan for the travel and other thing. And it is not only for the traveling purpose. On the other side, you can see that these data sets are also shared or with the border road organization, so that they can take it for a better decision making for that particular area. So these are all some of the details what we are providing through Bhuvan under the disaster services. Now you can see that the another dimension is the creating the map or the GIS related layer. Like for example, when you are clicking this My GIS option, it will allow you to add the point data. Here you can see that how the point data can be added, or how the different kind of administrative maps can be created, like a district-based maps or the state-based maps, how it can be created. All the things can be put up here. Like for example, you can see that we have a sample files here. Once you click the sample files, you can see that for how the point data should be looking like. So when you want to plot all the point data on the Bhuvan, you have to have a latitude and the longitude in your place. Basically, the X and Y information should be with you. For example, I'm showing you one small example. Right now, I have downloaded these archaeological sites of India. So you can see that when you are taking the archaeological site, now I have downloaded and extracted that particular data. So you can see that. So what it is saying that it is the archaeological site data is there, and a disclaimer is also there. Once I open these archaeological sites, you can see that what is the state and what is the title and the lat long. So basically what you can do is, if you are having any textual data, you can organize in this way, the latitude, longitude, and all other parameters, you can have it as a different column name, and you can keep your data sets ready in this form. Once your data sets are ready, then what you can do is, you can upload that particular data using the point map generation option. You can select this particular area where you have where you have organized your data. Once you select that particular thing and once you upload it, immediately whatever the point data you have in your system, it will be converted as the point map. The point map will be available to you. And if you click on that particular point map, you will be able to see the different attributes on that particular area. And you can also, if you want to create a print, you have your option. Like this is the archaeological site related information. This is showcasing the archaeological sites in the country. You can see it, and from where you have downloaded this data. Maybe you can you can download the data from the data.gov.in or any other site. Right now I have written as a Bhuvan. Once you proceed it, the PDF will be generated and the PDF report can be used for your other report making process. In the similar way, if you want to create a polygon based map, now whatever the PDF I have generated, the data sets are created and the map is available here. And the same, you can also do the similar kind of activity as a district level map or a state level map. Here you can see that for that also we have provided a sample data. Here you can see that if I want to do some kind of district level map, here you can see that as a sample, we have provided a district wise forest cover map, map data. Here you can see that this is a simple text file. So that is the reason why I was mentioning that all the textual information can be converted as a the spatial layer, and you can create a report and you can use it as a different service in your application or in your report making process. So this particular data is available in my desktop. So once I have the data, you have your option generate the state level map or district level map. Since we are interested more on the district level map, here you can see that once you select the district, you have an option to do it as a district level. You can map based on the district code. You can do based on the district name. So because we are all very familiar with the name, so I am selecting as a name as a one matching criteria. You can upload your text file. Here you can see that the data sets are downloaded and available in your desktop. So this is the forest cover map of Tamil Nadu. You can see that I am selecting that particular data and I am uplinking it to that. So here the way you can also note that, so we may have a different spelling mechanism, so or convention. Here you can see that 17 rows are matched. So here what is the thing is, you have an option to download the template. Suppose if you want to organize your data as per the district names what we are having in Bhuvan, you can download this particular template and you can match the name and you can create it as a 100% match. Or else what it will do is it will match whatever the data sets are matching, and it will also give you the another text file what all the data sets are matched, so that you can again match it and you can again uplink it. Like for example, just for a demo purpose, we are saying that we will go ahead with the 17 match. Once the 17 records are matched, you are seeing that the different options are given for doing the mapping activity. Like for example, I want to do the change, forest cover change, how it is looking like. Here you can see that you can select a different color option. So I want to have 5 different classes of the data sets, the changes, whatever has been put up. Once you click it, here you can see that this is the different the colors and the different ranges are put up, and all the districts are highlighted with the attributes what we have uploaded from the local system. So that is the way you can map it. You can create your own GIS map, and these GIS maps, again, as I was demonstrated for a point map, you can create a title and you can make a some kind of description, and from where you have downloaded this data, you can do it. Finally, you can proceed it. So immediately what it will do, it will create a PDF map of your area of interest, or if you keep the full state, it will create a full state. Right now we have zoomed, and the zoom specific map will be generated and it will be available as a PDF, which can be downloaded, which can be used as a for a report making mechanism. And here you are also having an option to change the color and change the classes or number of classes. All the things are there, which can be provided from Bhuvan. So this is the another example what you are having. Then the next thing is, we will take it to some of the G governance application. There was some of the very popular G governance application I will be taking you. The one is, we know that the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, which is providing the livelihood to the many of the people, and the rural population is getting benefited, and then the government of India is supporting the livelihood of the many of the people. So here it is a rural application. You can see that, as I was mentioning, that the different application sector specific data sets are there. Here you can see that agriculture, forestry, e-governance, water, tourism, urban, rural, like that, the different sector you are able to see it. So now once I get into the rural, once you click rural, you can see that Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Guarantee Act, the application is getting highlighted here. Once you click here, you will be able to see the entire thing. Okay, you can see that through Bhuvan, you can see that the entire activities are mapped and being monitored here. So it is divided into two different categories. One is the phase 1 and the phase 2. The phase 1 is mainly for the inventory purpose, and the phase 2 is for the monitoring activity. How is the before the work is started, how the area or the work is looking like, and during the or the in progress how it is looking like, after completing how it is looking like. So that is the way the monitoring is happening in this one. Now, and along with this particular the geospatial Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act mapping, we have also brought out one application called Janmanrekha. So here what in Janmanrekha what we are doing is we are allowing the citizen also to report. So Janmanrekha mobile app is available. You can download it and you can report it that if some work is going on and you how the completion of the work and what is the status of the work, you are also allowed to upload the data to one, so that the administrator will be taking it to for further action. Like for example, a quick demo. What I will do is we'll take the phase 2, how the monitoring is happening. I just want to show you here. And here I'm taking Karnataka as the example. Once you select the phase 2 and there are a variety of filters you can select based on the category. You can do the filter based on the subcategory. Like for example, here once I select the phase 2 and Karnataka, you are seeing that there are 4,910 activities are there in this particular area. I am just zooming to the Tumkur region. Once I zoom in, then what it will do is it will bring out a point of that particular area. Now I have switched over to the satellite based thing so that you can really appreciate that how this area is looking like. Here you can see that the each and every place mark is displaying that there is a particular activity is going on in that area. Here you can see that this is one such activity. Here you can see that it is the coconut plantation. That is the ASAN activity, whatever is going on in this particular thing. Here you can also see that in the stage 1 and stage 2 in that particular area, you can also see that the NREGA information board, that detail is also there, and you can have a full view of that particular area. And in the stage 2, how it is looking like. In the stage 3, how it is looking like that. They say you will be able to see the different time frame data. You select any particular point. Here you can see that this is the another activity which is going on in that particular Tumkur area. Here also you can see that various vegetation activity is going on here. So you will be able to see the different thing and how the people who is working in this field, you are able to see the activity. So this is the way we are providing the option to the common man, so that they can go and see that what is the activity is going on. On another side, it is primarily meant for doing the inventory and monitoring from the central administrator point of view, so that the physical progress and the can be again related to the financial progress. So that is the way the financial grant, it will be going to the directly to the people, and how the scheme is running, one can monitor. So this is one example what we are having from the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. And here we have also brought out one application called Bhuvan Planner, so that each and every activity can be scientifically planned, and then the activity can be carried out. So that is called Bhuvan Yuktadhara, and that is also available for use. So this is one such example of 183 G-Governance application what we are having on Bhuvan. If you want to see all the application, we have a link here, something called G-Governance Dashboard. Once you click the G-Governance Dashboard, you can see that the various applications are, and it is grouped as a different ministry or different flagship programs are grouped. You can see that A to Z, the names are written. For example, I want to see that Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, housing related thing. You can click directly the H, and it will take you to that different application. Here you can see that Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, what we have done for Andhra Pradesh State Housing Corporation Limited. This Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, you can see that. So right now I have taken Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana as the example. Here you can see that the selection state, right now I am taking as a Tamil Nadu as the one example. Here you can see that Kadalur is the district, and you take the city, there is one thing called Katumannar Koil. Once you select all these options, you will be able to see the different point symbol here. So here the points are labeled in a way that whether it is in a not started stage or it is in a completed stage. So here the stage-wise monitoring is enabled in this particular thing, so that the physical progress, again, it is linked to the finance. So that is the way this particular app is designed, mobile application is designed, and it is given to the surveyors. So the people will go for a surveying and they will monitor each and every stages of the house construction. Then the supervisor will validate, and accordingly the approval will be given and the finance will be sanctioned to that particular house. Like for example, I am just randomly picking one particular house. Here you can see that the name of the beneficiary is Ilayaraja, and he is this a construction of 105 houses in that particular area. The observer name is Gangai Gondan. So like that, all these details are provided here, and you can also see the different view of the house. And once you click the thumbnail view, you can see that how it is growing from the not started level, then the foundation level, how it is, then when it is going to a completed level, how it is. So like that, you will be able to see the time series view of that particular house. So this will be all the moderated and accepted data sets are available for a citizen view, but otherwise the administrator will have a more kind of privilege and creating a different kind of statistics, the dashboard, and seeing the report. So that is the way all the schemes are monitored, and the Bhuvan is a platform for bringing out the various governance activities, and we are supporting through Bhuvan. So this is one such example what I want to show here. Another thing is, we all know that we have almost like 1.5 lakhs of post offices in the country. If any user is landing to any part of the country, if they want to know that where is the nearby post office, they can take our Bhuvan postal application, which will be available in the mobile phone also. Like once the GPS is detected, right now I am in my laptop. Once the IP is detected in the laptop, or once the GPS location is detected in the mobile phone, you can click nearby post office. So once it is clicked, it will pick up the current location, and it will show that all the post offices within that area. Now you can say that within 5 kilometer radius, I want to get some kind of data sets. Here, like that, you can select any particular thing, the different kind of services, what is offered from the postal department, you can get it. Like if you know the lat long, you can give it, or if you want to give the any city name and you want to do it, you will be in a position to get it. Like for example, I just want to do Dehradun region. You can select the Dehradun, and immediately it will say that there is a different kind of option will come. You can see that from that particular point within 5 kilometer radius, you can see that these are all the different post offices which is placed in this particular thing. So you can narrow down your search, and you can also give the different option, and you can see that right now within 1 kilometer radius from this location, there is a Arhat Bazar post office, and there is a Dehradun City post office. If you want to know that Dehradun City post office, you can see that how that location will be. So this is the photograph which is uploaded from the ground, and these are all the different services offered, like mail products, parcels, and e-payment, and these things are available. So this will be very much helpful for the people, like whether the 24/7 postal service is available or not. Like I want to send a speed post, or I want to do some kind of money transfer, whether my forex money is there in that particular area or not, you can get it. You want to navigate from your current location to that particular place, you will be, right now I am operating here, so that's why it is picking a different location. Otherwise, you will get the current location from the GPS, and it will be navigating to that area. So these are all some of the examples what you can get it, and how the citizen also can benefit it. So it is not only the data sets which is organized and shown for the decision makers or the academicians or the students. It is also meant for the common man. And you can also see that the health scheme of the Andhra Pradesh is mapped, and it is available in Bhuvan. And all the health related data sets, like suppose if you are interested to go for a blood bank and you want to get the blood related information, you will be able to get all the blood related details. You can see that the health related thing or the blood related thing, all the details you will be able to get it, and these details are available in the mobile phone as a simple mobile application. The citizen can get benefit from this one. So this is the way we are offering the different application, ranging from a simple mapping tool, as another one is as a monitoring kind of tool, another one is a decision making tool. Like for example, if any citizen when they are going for some kind of construction activity, they can also know that whether the site is falling in the protected area or prohibited area or regulated boundary of the monuments, because there are certain activities are allowed and certain activities are not allowed in that particular area. Like for example, right now I have taken Bangalore as the example. They can select any monument, like for example, Tipu Sultan Palace is there. Here you can see that. So this is the location of the monument, and this is the protected area, and this is the prohibited area, and the green color is the regulated boundary. So what they can do is they can download our app from the Play Store, and once they geotag the location as a point or polygon, it will immediately generate an image chip, and it will show that you are falling within the protected area or prohibited area and regulated boundary, and it can be further submitted for the further regulation activity. So that is the way we are enabling the citizen to get benefit from Bhuvan. So that is the way Bhuvan is also used as a various kind of planning and the decision making process. Now you can see that currently the Telangana government is using Bhuvan for the live property tax mapping. So all the urban local bodies in the Telangana is being mapped with the Bhuvan mobile application as the Bhuvan platform, and it is being monitored from the Bhuvan. So that is another planning or the management tool what we are providing from Bhuvan. So these are all some of the application what I want to show it. Like for example, I am a common man. I am interested more on the tourism. I want to explore more this country. So here you can see that there is a tourism GIS related application which is coming from Bhuvan. Here you can see that there is one option called select the city. For example, Amritsar, Punjab, I am selecting. Once I select it, immediately what it will show is all the top 10 destination. It will be listed in your left side panel. You can see that there is a golden temple here. It is highlighted with that photograph. If you want to know more about the golden temple, you can see that this is the location of the golden temple. And here you can see that all the history about the golden temple, it is available here, and it can be further downloaded as a PDF and you can use it. So that is the way we are offering the different application on a different sector. And if anybody is landing to Amritsar, if they want to stay in a hotel, in a star hotel or the classified hotel, they will be in a position to select it. Now you can see that there is one hotel Ramada, and there is a hotel Magaja, Continental, a hotel another Continental. Like that, the hotels are put up here. Here what I want to highlight is whatever the department collected data sets or whatever the data sets are coming from the public, we are adding certain kind of value addition to that one, and also we are bringing out a various citizen-centric application so that the citizen also will get benefit from the Bhuvan. So like that, you can go and explore various G-governance application what we are providing through Bhuvan. So as I was explaining you, the create map or create GIS, which is giving a facility to convert your textual data to a spatial map. One such example I want to show that, you know that we have a different NV centers in the country, and here you can see that all those NV centers, that respective data sets are we have offered this tool, and we have allowed the people to convert the textual data to a map. Like for example, if you want to see the 2012 chikungunya death case in the country, you can see that this is the way whatever the text data they have collected, it is converted as a map and it is put up here. And another thing is, we want to see that all the caves and gardens and groves and mountains in the country, so all the point data they have used with our tool and converted as a point map. From this one, what we have done, we have brought out some more thing. Like I want to see that all the tourism places of Orissa. Now what I have done, I have added this one to my query shell. Once I run this query, you can see that all the data sets of Orissa, the tourism places, it is highlighted. Now what I want to do is, I want to filter out all the coos and roofs and the caves which is in Orissa. What you can do is, you can take it and here you can select the category equal to cave, and I can put it, and the I'm adding this one. So Orissa state is Orissa and the category is the cave. Once you added this one, and you can again see that this yellow color highlighted things, all the things are highlighted with the with this particular selection. So this is the way you can bring out your data and convert it as a point map or the district map or a state level map, and further the filtering or the development can happen through Bhuvan. And this is the way to do all this developmental activity. What we have done is, as I was mentioning here, we have a download section. You can see that we you have a user handbook, you have a codes, and you have a different Android application, all the things here. And we have a API from Bhuvan. You can see that it can be accessed from bhuvan-app1.nrc.gov.in/API. This is our page. Here you can see that we have a home which is explaining about this particular thing. If you want to do the proximity, you want to have a postal and a hospital related data. If you want to do the postal for entire country, you can have a proximity analysis. You want to have a hospital based search for the entire country, you can see that all the hospital related data sets from this one. And what is the method, how to get it, what is the request type, and what is the header, and how to create a token, and what is the method. Everything is explained in this particular place. You can register with this one, and you can take a token, and based on the token you can get the output, and you will be able to plot it all these data sets. So similar way, we have a geocoding and the reverse geocoding option. You can give your address and you can get a lat long, and you can get a you can give a lat long and you can get a village name, and you can plot it on the your application. So if any user is interested to have a land use land cover map in their application, or if they want to have a land use land cover statistics on their application, we have an option to do it. And you want to navigate from one location to another location, we have a shortest path API from Bhuvan. All these things can be accessed through this creating your token from your login, and you will be able to do it. And we also would like to highlight here, during this pandemic situation, you can see that Bhuvan was used for to combat this COVID-19 by the many or various state and central ministry. You can see that we have brought out a separate section here. You can see that Bhuvan application for COVID-19 India. Here, once you go for read more, you will be able to see that we have a live feed from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and we have brought out a dashboard how others are doing, and we have brought out some kind of a unique thing like a time series visualization, because it is a GIS based application. So they can select any particular state, and they can see that the summary and other thing. If they want to have a time series view, you can select start run it, and you can see that how the cases are growing, and on a different time frame, on a different date, how it is progressing. You will be able to see it. If you want to see the diseased thing, or the how the recovery has come, will be able to see the recovered option. And on 5th June, you can see that how the change of the statistics is going on in the country. You will be able to see it. So this is one such kind of time series analysis what we have brought out here. And very famously, you would have also read it in the many of the news article and the media that the mobile Raitu Bazaar, the government of Telangana, the agriculture department has brought out a unique scheme or the solution to the farmer, so that they can take these vegetables to the people. At the same time, people also will be in a position to have access to the vegetable, because all the vegetable markets, the big market or the retail markets are closed, or in the initial period of COVID or the lockdown time. So here what we have done is we have provided a mobile tracking solution. Using that solution, all the vehicles are monitored, so that each and every vehicle are alerted to the two colony in the city. So they were tracking using this mobile application what we have provided from Bhuvan. And another very interesting application is what we have done for home quarantine tracker is for Narayanpet district in Telangana. So here it is having a unique thing that once the location is provided from the field by the citizen or the officer, the district collectorate has made a provision to even take the essential to the doorstep by having the self-help group people. And if they are coming out from certain buffer zone, there will be an alarm to the citizen, and there will be an alarm to the control center. So that is the way we have provided a unique solution for that Narayanpet district thing. And we have also supported government of Bihar for bringing out a containment strategy. So as soon as the point is uplinked to Bhuvan, immediately 1 kilometer, 2 kilometer, 3 kilometer, 5 kilometer, 7 kilometer buffer regions are generated. Within the buffer region, what are all the villages and what is the population, how many male, female, all the details are generated as a ready to print map PDF format, and the tabular information also as a PDF, so that they can go for a household survey. And just now whatever I have demonstrated, the API, it was used by the CDAC, and it was used by ECIL for the geolocation of the patient and the tracing of the patient. You can see that 1 and 2 plus by CDAC, and the Monal 2020 by the ECIL for the AIMS Rishikesh. These are all using our Bhuvan APIs. And we also know that in the initial period of the lockdown, all the hotels and the restaurants are closed. The people who is stranded there are the working professional who is stuck in the city. The government has brought out various schemes, like for example, the Annapurna Meal Center in the government of Telangana in the Hyderabad region, and then the Amma Unavagam in Chennai by the government of Tamil Nadu. You can see that all the locations we have put on the Bhuvan using our database, and they can download our app and they can locate which is the nearby center and how to navigate to that center. All the facilities are provided along with the other COVID related facilities. So these are all some of the application what we have developed in this COVID-19, and we have provided a geospatial services to the user. And through this seminar and through this forum, I'm also inviting the people to attend our 3 days Bhuvan overview training program, because we conduct Bhuvan exposure to the community through our 3-day training program. And I'm sure you will be joining, because in that program also people sometimes used to give you a comment that 3 days are not sufficient like that, because the last 1 hour whatever I have covered, it may be like 1% of the entire thing what the Bhuvan is having. So the more and more the time you spend on Bhuvan, and you can explore more feature. So to summarize all the activities of Bhuvan, Bhuvan is providing a basic visualization in the 2D and the 3D domain, 2-dimensional and the 3-dimensional domain, and it is also giving the free data for download. The people will be you can download and you can use it for various the map generation or various kind of indices generation. You can do it. And Bhuvan is having almost 65 plus geophysical products which can be downloaded from NRC Open Your Data Archive, supported from the NICES program. 12 plus thematic datasets are available in Bhuvan, which can be consumed as a Open Geospatial Consortium services. Online analysis and the time series view can be created on the thematic datasets what we are having. 6 natural disasters are supported through Bhuvan. It is a near real time the inundation mapping or the forest fire alert what we are giving to the forest people. And one thing I was talking about the agriculture fire, just I will take 1 more minute to show that how we are disseminating the agriculture fire related information. You can see that now Haryana state portal, once I click Haryana, the Haryana state portal is landing to my viewer, and here you can see that active fire location of that particular thing. You can select the state. Now these are all the active fire location of the today, like after 12 o'clock afternoon pass, after 2 o'clock pass, these are all the location which has been detected and it is put up. These are all the active the agriculture fire location which is disseminated through Bhuvan. You can see that there is an option to download the location. Once this if you click download location, you can see that district wise information. The state is Haryana and the district is Faridabad. Within the district, this is the latitude and longitude. This information is again linked to the Honorable Chief Minister of Haryana dashboard. So here we would also like it like to say that we are supporting various flagship program in the country, and we are also supporting various state level programs which is directly being monitored by the Honorable Chief Minister of the respective states. And that is the way the Bhuvan is used for a various governance activity. So this is one of the disaster related thing what I was highlighting here. Then you can create your own map and the GIS layer using the create map and the GIS section, and you can see that all 183 application by going to the G governance dashboard. To summarize all these things, you can have one thing called the Bhuvan store. If you get into Bhuvan store, you can see that what all the different data sets are available for free download, and the different the free download products, what is the size, what is the start period, end period, and what is the frequency, and what is the size it will be available, and on your different themes. All those things are summarized in this Bhuvan store. All the state specific portals can be accessed from this viewer. You can select any particular thing. Like for example, if I select Telangana, you can see that we have developed Telangana Water Resources Information System, Telangana portal, then Valamtari application, Annapurna Meal Center. Like that, you can select the different thing. Like if I get into Punjab, we'll be able to see some more application. all these things are coming from the collaborative approach. You can see that municipal GIS, which is for Ludhiana Municipal Corporation, then the Punjab Health and the Groundwater GIS related thing, tourism related application, Punjab Forest application, Punjab election application, like that. On the collaborative basis, various application has been brought out and put it. All the updates, you will be able to see it from here, the update section, and the mobile apps can be downloaded from the download section. And we have also a special application which is meant for the different the event specific event based thing, like for example the smart tracking, which will be used very much the tracking the vehicle, like the mobile Raitu Bazaar tracking, what I was mentioning. Like that, you can have this app and you can track all your institute vehicles, or you can also even track the any of the it is basically a mobile tracking, so that anybody, if you want to track, you can track it from this mobile based application. So like that, we have varieties of application from Bhuvan. You can spend more time and you can explore the feature. And the last is, we are inviting a lot of volunteers from this group to convert our content to the having the multilingual support. You can register as a language volunteer and you can join translating the content and you can provide it. And you can also join with us as a developer, and using our API, you can develop the application, or you can develop a variety of application and you can share it to the Bhuvan. And you can be a digital volunteer for providing the disaster related information or any kind of information which is happening in this country. And you can be a content validator, so that the data sets, whatever has been shared by the people, so that as a trusted party, you will be in a position to validate the content and you will be able to share it. So like that, we are asking the volunteer, and you can share your expertise, so that the Bhuvan can get into more heights, and the country can get a benefit from this particular portal. Thank you very much for listening this particular talk, and we would like to take some of the questionnaires now, and we will be answering those questionnaires. Thank you all. And we have a discussion forum here also. You can see that each and every page of our Bhuvan is ended with something called here. You can see that the discussion forum link. You can also participate in the discussion forum. You can share your views. Like we have something called a Bhuvan wish list. You can share some of your wishes that I want to bring out this tool, or we want to have this tool. You can put it, and we have a success stories where some of the tools or the application what you have developed, that also can be brought out and showcase here as a gallery. So that way we can do it. And now we will go for a question and answer session. Thank you. One question is, kindly explain on e-governance dashboard, flood warning, catchment delineation. E-governance dashboard, flood warning, and catchment delineation. So e-governance dashboard, here you can see that once you go to this Bhuvan homepage, there is a link called G-governance dashboard. Once you click the G-governance dashboard, you can see that right now the A is by default selected. You can see that what are all the application we are doing for the central ministry, which is starting with the alphabet A, Ministry of Agriculture. Under Ministry of Agriculture, you can see that we are doing a hailstorm, horticulture, drop, more crop, surveillance, plantation tea and rubber, Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana, RKBY, and then you can see that same Ayush is also starting with the A. So whatever the International Day of Yoga, what we have supported from Bhuvan, all those applications are listed here. The state government, all the states which is started with the letter A, Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, all the things are put up here. Here, for Andhra Pradesh, we have supported the Andhra Pradesh State Housing Corporation application, Hudhud application, then the health related application. For state portal, we have the tourism, other things we have put it, tourism GIS for Vijayawada. In the flagship program, Chaman is one of the flagship program which is being supported from the Ministry of Agriculture. Same way, just randomly I am going to the letter R. So now I selected the letter R. For Ministry of Rural Development, they are doing the Integrated Watershed Management Program, then the Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, Sujala for Government of Karnataka. Then under the Road Transport and Highways, we are supporting the National Highway Authority of India and the Smart Tracking application. So like that, whatever the name, whatever the application or a state or the flagship program which is starting with that particular alphabet, you can select that alphabet. Whatever the application is being supported from one, it will be highlighted. From here, you can directly land into that particular place. Like for example, once I selected R, Rural Development, Sujala is the one application. It is a WebGIS application enabling monitoring and evaluation of watershed. Once you click Sujala, it will be taking you to the Sujala page where you can see that it is restricted to the Karnataka portal, Karnataka state, and you will be able to select any particular watershed and you will be seeing the watershed monitoring related activity. This is all about the G-governance thing. From here, you are able to get into your details of the application you are seeing. Second thing is the flood related question. So for that, what I am doing is right now I am taking you to the disaster services dashboard. One is the near real time flood monitoring. So here, as soon as the satellite passes over, all the inundated areas are mapped and put up on Bhuvan. And in some of the occasion, what we do is we also map all the low-lying area, and those low-lying areas also mapped and put up in Bhuvan. For example, in the recent Hyderabad heavy rainfall, that time the low-lying areas are mapped and put up on Bhuvan. The second one is the flood early warning. Here you know that we have a different basins, and we have a rain gauge and the G&D stations are placed in along the river. So for example, here you see that for a Godavari basin and Tapi basin, these data sets are available. On an experimental basis, right now the two basins are enabled through Bhuvan. You can see that the stations, whatever is there along the river, it is saying that this is the Sangarganda and this is the Burhanpur the station. Once you select that particular station, you will be able to see the graph. Here you can see that this is the highest flood discharge in the cubic second, and this is the data sets are put up in a graphical view. Here you have an option to see the catchment runoff. You are also having an option to see the inundation simulation. So whatever the date you select it, the data sets will be visualized on Bhuvan. And now this is only for that particular catchment. Now you want to see the same thing for the entire India. We have also something called a runoff grid. And here you can see that during the season, right now it is not a season. Here you can see that our disclaimer is also put up here. Inundation layer will be displayed during the flood event, and it will be in the next monsoon season time. It will be there. 2021 it will be there. Here you can see that this is the runoff grid. And once you see that one during the runoff time or the monsoon time, you will be seeing the different runoff with the millimeter as a unit value. You will be able to see it. So this is the second thing what we are showing from the flood early warning. The another one is the flood vulnerability index based on the different input layer that the vulnerable classes are created, like whether it is a very less vulnerable or very highly vulnerable. So these data sets is available for the entire nation. So these are all the different options what we are providing through Bhuvan. Another one is the catchment delineation tool. So the catchment delineation tool is taking the different hydrological input layers, and it is also taking the digital elevation model as a input. And you can select any particular area. Like for example, I am selecting the one point here. Once I selected this one, you can allow the system to delineate the catchment boundary. And the catchment boundary will be delineated for that particular area. Once the delineation is over, you can download the catchment boundary, whatever the point you have selected. Time the download option will be enabled. So this is one such example what I want to show it. Yeah, the historical data sets. The another question is whether the historical data sets are available here or not. For that, you can go to the Bhuvan 2D. once you select the satellite data, there will be a calendar symbol here. Once the calendar symbol is selected, you will be able to see the different historical data what is available. When you're seeing for the entire country, the data sets are ranging from 1965 to 2013 on a different resolution data sets it is put up. But when you are going to the city and when you are zooming, you will be able to see the 2019 data sets also. Like for example, now I am randomly going some part of the country. Right now we are somewhere in the here you have your overview map. You are somewhere nearby Trivandrum region. Here you can see that. Here the 2017 data is visible, and here you are also able to see the 1980 data. That data sets are also available. You can overlay the 1980 data and how the region is looking. You will be able to see. If you want to see the 2016, you can take the 2016 data and you can see that. 2017, if you want to see 2015 data, you will be able to see it. So like that, the time series data sets are available. Like for example, this time I will take Hyderabad as the example. Here you can see that right now I have gone into Hyderabad region. So this is the high resolution map or the high resolution data what is available in that particular area. Now once I get into the historical viewer, you can see the 2017 data. This is the data what you are reviewing. Then if you want to see the 2019, we have an option here. You can select the 2019 data and the same region you are able to see the 2019. Here you can see that. This is the way you can get the time series data of that particular area. Same area you want to see 2016, you can go and see the 2016. So this only I have explained as the Mumbai airport, how the construction activities are going on in that Mumbai airport. You will be able to see from the archival of data what we are having through Bhuvan. This launch Bhuvan app, that is another example. We have almost like 70 mobile application. As I was mentioning that many of the national important or state specific applications are using the mobile app, and it is basically doing the inventory or monitoring using our mobile app. And the mobile app is also providing some kind of post office search or the different health facility search, or if I want to navigate from one location to another location. So like that, you have a varieties of mobile application. You can get it from our download section, or you can also see it in the respective department websites. It is available. Some of the mobile applications are available even in the Google Play Store also. And another question is, what is the frequency in which the satellite data got uploaded or updated onto Bhuvan? We have a policy of updating 1 meter data of every year. So you can see that the 2018 and 2019 data time frame data sets are being updated, and it is available in Bhuvan. So we have a different mandate, and you can see that the 2.5 meter is 2017 time frame data is available. Then you can get into our Noida, the NRSC Open Your Data Archive. You can see that seasonal data sets are also we are uploading and we are updating on Bhuvan. Like if you take the AWIPS, the 56 meter resolution data sets on a different season, like Kharif, Rabi, Syed, like that the data sets are put up, and list 3 data sets you can see that. So if you see say a summary, you can see that almost like 9 different time frame the data sets are available. And we have when you go increase the resolution, or when you want to go for a higher resolution data, then every year the data you will be seeing in Bhuvan. And do we provide the SDK or API? Yes, we are providing the API. You can access our API from bhuvan-app.nrsc.gov.in/API. So from there you will be able to get the API, and you will be able to develop the application. So 2 applications I have highlighted during the COVID. The CDAC has developed 112 plus geolocation and tracing tracking application, and the ECIL has developed the geolocation of the patient using our API what we are provided from Bhuvan. And can I download the land use land cover of 10,000 SysDB data? We don't have the option right now to download it. You can consume as a Open Geospatial Consortium services, so that you can integrate in your application. and flood data download. Flood data download, we are not allowing the flood data to download it, but for as I was mentioning that you can take it as a service. You can take it as a service and you can integrate in your application. And for your research purpose and the scientific studies, yes, certain data sets are available and you can get download from here. So now another thing is whether the features are only for India or the whole world. The features are for whole world. So even if you see that what I want to highlight here is it is a framework. So the framework is available for the entire world and the data can be populated. Now you can see that Bhuvan also has extended a help to bring out a South Asian countries portal. So the same framework is used for creating the South Asian country portal. On another side, we have also supported Sri Lanka for bringing out a spatial data viewer for the drought and the agriculture related activities. So that is the way our framework is available. And recently our ISRO has signed a MOU with the for the watershed monitoring activity for the Nigeria and other Nigeria. So that way the framework is available and the tools are available, the features are available, so that it can be customized and it can be made specific to the local, or it can be made specific to the international community. So that is the thing what I want to highlight it here. And another very interesting and famous question is how Bhuvan is similar like Google, or how it is different from Google. So here we want to say that Bhuvan is or Bhuvan can be used as a complement, or it can be also used as another tool, because the different service providers will be providing a different kind of services. So one can get the advantage from the different service providers. So here what I want to highlight it from Bhuvan is what is the uniqueness in Bhuvan. So one of the uniqueness in Bhuvan is the uniform resolution data. So here if you go to Bhuvan, 1 meter data is available for the entire country. Whether you go to the any rural part of the country or you go to the any thick forest of the country, you will be able to see the uniform resolution data in Bhuvan. The second thing is we have a different services from Bhuvan, like you have a potential fishing zone information from Bhuvan. So that it will be ultimately helpful and benefit to the fishing community in the country. On another side, the very location specific disaster related information that is coming out from Bhuvan. And Bhuvan is a platform for a various governance activity which is going on in the country. So whether you name it as a National Guarantee Employment Guarantee Act application, or the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, or the different health facilities available in the country, all the data sets are made available on the Bhuvan, because Bhuvan is being used as a platform on this one. So that is the way Bhuvan is more on the societal benefit, and the societal related applications are being provided from Bhuvan. That is another thing. And here we have provided a free services from Bhuvan, so that there is no restriction on using these services. There is no limitation on number of hits or number of visits to Bhuvan, so that anybody can take the service and they can get the benefit from the Bhuvan wide variety of services and APIs what we are offering from Bhuvan. So like that, what are all the uniqueness or what are the unique features available from Bhuvan, you will be able to get it. And Bhuvan can be customized to your native language. Like when we want to address the billion people of the country, we want to make it in all our Indian languages, we can bring it. Or if you want to make Bhuvan into the international language support, that is also possible in the Bhuvan framework. So that is the way you can make use of the different unique features from Bhuvan, and they can you can use Bhuvan as another one more option. And wherever possible, you can also use it as a full-fledged services also. So so that way we can keep on add and we can bring out different unique features or Bhuvan. So that will make a difference or a uniqueness compared to other similar kind of portal. one of you have put a question that how to become a developer or how to join as a developer. What you can do is you can share your wish list in our developer forum, or you can write a mail to Bhuvan at nrsc.gov.in. Bhuvan at nrsc.gov.in. You can drop a mail with your interest and you can do it. Or you want to access our API section, you can go to our API section and you can see, read our API and you can start develop your own application. In fact, if you see that in 2011, there was a user group in Coimbatore. So they have brought out the interesting time series visualization of the land use land cover 250K data, what we are offering through Bhuvan. So like that, you can develop your application and you can share it. So that will be another good success story from Bhuvan. So another very interesting question is, what are all the open source tools and the technology used in Bhuvan? So the map server or the MapNIC is used for rendering all the satellite data. So raster based rendering is happening through the map server and MapNIC. And we have the Geo server for rendering all the vector data sets. And Postgres is being used as a database for handling the data. And PostGIS is the database engine for handling all the geospatial data with the Postgres. And the OpenLayer is used as a JavaScript API for bringing out a rich user interface. Then PHP Bulletin Board is used for creating our discussion forum. And JASIG is used for the single sign-on, what we are offering through Bhuvan. And the Bhuvan is hosted with Apache web server. And the PHP is used for the server-side scripting, what we are having through Bhuvan. So like that, these are all the different open source tools and techniques used in our Bhuvan. And there is another question, whether Landsat data is available for free downloading. You can download the Landsat data from another portal from NRSC that is called Bhoonidhi. From Bhoonidhi, you will be able to see the, you will be able to download the data. That is, I mean, you can download Landsat, you can download Sentinel data from that one. And Bhuvan is offering more on the open data from our Indian remote sensing satellite. The other products can be downloaded from Bhoonidhi. So actually, there is another question. When is the another third day training program, 3-day training program? In October, we have conducted this training program. So we have a training calendar. So 3 months once we have this one. And this year, because of the COVID and the pandemic situation, we have not conducted in-person training program. We have conducted through the virtual or the online training program we have conducted. So we will be notifying through our Bhuvan. The notification will be available in the update section, and it will be also available in our NRSC homepage, nrsc.gov.in, where there is a separate training calendar is there. So there you can get the detail.
Thank you, Arul. In short
Thank
time, you shared lot of features in a short time. Thank you so much. Friends, so we saw about satellite imagery view, map view, hybrid view, then searching places of interest. भुवन में कैसे हमारा डेटा ऐड कर सकते एंड हमारे ओन मैप्स कैसे भुवन को प्रयोग करके बना सकते हैं, ये सब चीजों हम देखे. आफ्टर दैट ही आल्सो डेमोन्स्ट्रेटेड अबाउट नेविगेशन, राउटिंग, देन चेंज मॉनिटरिंग. 2016 में एक जगह कैसे थे, अभी 2018 में क्या क्या चेंजेस उस जगह में आए, ये सारे चीजों भुवन में देख सकते हैं. Then we saw about Bhuvan 3D, very exciting tool, 3D models. Bhuvan में बहुत सारे open data है. हमको छोटी सी प्रोसेस करने पड़ती है, registration process. Arul Raj showed us how to register. Then there are so many thematic maps, thematic web services. He took examples as land use, land cover map and wasteland maps and showed us spatial analysis using these maps. And during disasters, how inundation maps are helpful. We saw it. Forest fire alert, cyclone tracks, G-governance dashboard, then how Indian ministries are using Bhuvan for their monitoring their schemes and other developments. Bhuvan for health sector, property tax, so many other features have been demonstrated. And he also demonstrated us how Bhuvan helped to combat COVID-19 situation. So friends, there are many more to explore by yourself. Thank you for joining us. Hope this session was very helpful to you. Keep sharing your feedback and ideas. We will all work together in this sector for Atmanirbhar Bharat. Tomorrow, Sri Shashikant Sharma sir will be sharing with us a lot of exciting features from Vedas, including solar potential calculator, machine learning products, etc. So, see you all tomorrow at the same time. Thank you again. Stay blessed. Jai Hind. Thank you so much.